Good morning everyone, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot here to bring you a few readings. I think we'll have a look at the Divine Masculine reading, or Feminine. Which one am I getting? Divine Feminine. We'll have a look at the Divine Feminine reading at the minute. Something's wanting to come through for the Divine Feminine. Let's have a look. Page of Fire. So in the past we've been dealing with Page of Fire, so Page of Wands, very fast moving energy but very, very immature energies. Could be in the, could actually be a child, could actually somebody that's acting like a child. Who knows. Let me see. We also have the Seven of Earth, not really wanting to sort of like, it's kind of like contemplating, but while earning money, but being kind of detached. And we have the Six of Earth, which is kind of like, Six of Earth is it's all about finances at the moment for the feminine. So actually becoming sort of a lot more physically grounded in the workplace and in probably, and probably just kind of not really. With the Six of Earth, it's more about, it's kind of like just moving into energies that are a lot more about finance and getting physically grounded. And the Seven of Fire is about, this is our challenge, to take a leap of faith into the unknown, which a lot of the feminines at this time are not really being called upon. I feel like it's a challenge to do that. Like, it's kind of like, it seems to be that it's more contemplative energy and more grounding energy that is actually needed, because I feel like the feminine at this time is in a healing state where she is literally transmuting a lot of the darker energies that have come up in the form of triggers. Two of Earth. So yeah, it's about balance, finding some sort of balance for the feminine, because the feminine is kind of like at this time literally in hermit mode, meditating as much as possible and transmuting the darkness through her physical body and through her psyche as well, into her emotional centers. So it's about getting very grounded too. When we are going out into nature, I think is the best thing any of us can do at this time. Very healing, and it's also very grounding while it's healing as well, so that we can find some form of balance, because it's quite discombobulating, this energy. We have the Star, so there's hope in the midst of difficulties. Well, that's what she's hoping for. That's her wish, really, and that's the advice too. It's in the advice column. So it literally is about moving into these kind of like more, I guess, hopeful energies, and having hope for a future of some kind that the feminine is finding a little difficult at the moment, because she's kind of a little bit stuck and in transmuting these energies, but she is doing it. And as difficult as it is through these eclipse energies, the eclipse energies are really having a bit of a it's creating turbulence within each and every single one of us, but it's also shaking things up and removing things that are no longer relevant to our lives. And we're starting to see that in our outer world as well, as within, so without, and as above, so below. So all of this kind of, all these energies, it's kind of like bringing it all up to the surface to be transmuted, transformed into something much lighter. I guess it's like a lotus that sits in the mud and is just waiting for the right time for the amount of mud to come up through and then blossom into something so much more beautiful than anyone could ever imagine. And then we have the Chariot moving forward and the King of Earth. The King of Earth and the Chariot. So that's kind of like, the King of Earth is a very grounded individual, very stable, and I think that's what, and this is about moving forward into more stable energies, but also more physically grounded energies. So, and I guess in a way it's kind of like just concentrating on the finances and concentrating on grounding is where the feminine is at right now. And also on the healing journey of transmutation, which the feminine now knows that that's what she is here to do, and that's exactly what she will do, because it is required by a higher power for her to do that, and for her to step into a higher power and step into her high priestess energies, which will then eventually lead to the more empowered being that it's like returning. It's kind of like the divine feminine returning to the original source, which is the Empress energies, which is linked in completely with source. And that's exactly where the feminine is heading to now, but she's doing that by transmuting the darkness. Messenger of air, Yep. Coming out of these deceptive energies that have long held her back. It's about deceiving oneself, really, but coming into to calmer waters, into something much more lighter for the feminine. And there's a level of freedom with this, because she's no longer deceiving herself about anything that has gone before her or anything that she's experienced, where she may have created an illusion around it. But now she's kind of completely awake to the fact that it was just deception and an illusion that she'd set up for herself. And now she's moving into calmer waters as she transmutes the effects of the deception that she has called upon herself, for herself, so that she can transmute it and eventually leave it behind into something calmer. But if you can see, this is the back end of the ship. The ship is moving away from deception into justice type energies, with internal justice for the self, so that she can then move on to more loving, kind energies that do not require her to deceive herself in any way, shape or form any longer. So yeah, breaking through illusion into reality and answering the call of the spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, a higher power that is connected to all that is connected to the feminine in her absolute pure essence. And that's what is going on at the moment for the feminine. And the King of Water, which is the King of Cups, very loving energy, and the Page of Earth, moving into another aspect of the journey where she is a lot more grounded and a lot more healed than ever before. Anyway, I hope that makes some sort of sense, and I shall see you anon. Bye for now.